Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and happy Wednesday. I believe everybody is doing fine today. Today we are on day number 893, and the title or the topic for today is Discernment in Destiny, Staying Aligned with God Through Pressure and Opportunity. Just a quick introduction. David's interaction with Nabal, Abigail, and Saul in 1 Samuel chapter 25 to 27, which is what we are reading today, reveals how discernment, humility, and patience are vital in fulfilling your God-given destiny. As we strive to eradicate poverty in spirit, family, health, and finance, we must recognize the value of wise counsel, the importance of integrity in leadership, and the courage to wait on God's timing. Every conflict, every cave, every conversation is part of a divine process of preparation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Naftali Ranto, and I'm speaking to you from South Africa, a town called Bloemfontein. And we started this Bible study with the aim to inspire you to live a life of purpose from now going forward. Today might be your first day on this Bible study. Please take some time to read, take some time to pray, and I advise you to start from the beginning. Check the playlist either on TikTok, on YouTube, or on Spotify as well. On Facebook, you will be able to find all these recordings. If you are on our WhatsApp group, you can send me a link, a reply, for me to share the link of all those platforms that you can access these recordings, because in our WhatsApp group is posted daily. So if you miss the previous ones, it might be difficult for me to forward to you all the previous ones that we did, because I have already deleted on my device. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through today's episode of the Bible study. When we check the summary of chapter 25 of 1 Samuel, Abigail's wisdom saved David. David seek provision from Nabal, a rich man, but he was arrogant, who refuses to assist David. Enraged, David plans to destroy Nabal's household. Abigail, Nabal's wise wife, intercept David with gifts and wise counsel, preventing bloodshed. And God strikes Nabal, and after his death, David marries Abigail. So David almost got compromised by this mission or this attitude from Nabal, which most of the time it will happen to us as well. Remember when I went home to the funeral of my father, there is this guy who made a borehole for me, and it gave problems. He came to fix. He didn't want to fix it, but I had to force him to come. And when he came, he brought more. He damaged more than what I expected. He ripped off everything from the borehole, and he just destroyed everything. And after that, he left. And the anger was inside of me to say, deal with this guy. But I remember that we are in a mission to eradicate poverty. I can't allow my heart to defend itself. So I said, let me leave this matter to God. So I had to buy my material again to fix the problem that he created. But I'm fine. Moving forward, let the Lord judge between him and me. So the key lesson we learn out of that is God often sends wise voice to keep us from self-sabotaging our destiny. So your destiny is set. You are the only one that can sabotage that. So you need to be always mindful and listen to what God is saying to you. So chapter 26, David spares Saul again. David finds Saul sleeping and has another chance to kill him. He takes Saul's spear and water jug as proof, but again refuses to harm God's anointed. David declares his innocence and integrity before Saul, who acknowledges David's righteousness. And the key lesson is true leadership waits on God's timing and refuses to take shortcuts. So we don't take shortcuts when we are working with God. We follow the whole process, because everything, it is for our good. People are going to disappoint you. you are going to have losses. It is for your good. You should not take things personal. So chapter 27, David dwells among the Philistines. David, fearing Saul, takes refuge in Philistine territory under King Achish. He settles in Ziklag and lead raid against enemies of Israel while deceiving Achish. The key lesson is, even in uncertain decisions, God's hand protects his purpose in our lives. We are not sure what we are doing. God's purpose will always, he will protect his purpose in our lives because he invested in us to fulfill what we came here to do. That's why he created us in the first place. So the key takeaway points for you to live a life of purpose, spiritually, family, health, and finance. In terms of spiritually, God uses wise counsel like Abigail to preserve our destiny and refine our character. Trusting God's timing is essential even when shortcuts are tempting. You might be tempted to take a shortcut to seize a moment, but wait on God. His timing is the best. Operating in fear like David fleeing to the Philistines can still be used by God for his purpose. So, and in terms of family, Abigail models the power of a godly spouse, wise, bold, and peace-seeking. And protecting family sometimes requires humility and wise intervention. So you can't fold your arms and say, no, my husband is right, he's doing this, and he's putting the family into jeopardy. You need to step up as a woman, as a wife, and intervene and start praying for your family. Because if the man has lost the direction or the vision, the whole family will go into a place that you did not want it to go, into distraction, because of the decisions that the men sometimes we take. So as a woman, it's your opportunity to rise and to seek the Lord to save your family. So don't only depend on your husband who the devil has twisted and he is lost. Now, in terms of health, emotional regulation is part of healthy leadership. David learns to manage anger and impulses. And wisdom is not only spiritual, but also affect mental and rational health. You know, when you go through a lot in life, your mind will be heavy. I'm feeling now, there's so much things that need to be fixed. And sometimes you wonder, where am I going to start? But I just trust in the Lord that he allow this to happen, to show to me exactly what we are passing on to you, that we need to pass every test that is coming our way. And in terms of finance, Nabal shows that wealth without wisdom can lead to ruin. And David's rise was supported by those who generously invested in his vision. And stewardship include generosity, humility, and honoring God's anointed. So that's why we are also raising this team of investors or traders that will take care of the mission we have to eradicate poverty, because these are people that have invested in the vision we have. It's not a lot. You can be one of them also. You can come on and then we work together with you. If you are fully committed to this Bible study, we want to work with you in our tribe, inner cycle, for you to be able to unleash your potential as well. So the purpose, in terms of purpose is tested through offenses, opportunity, and opposition. And restraint is a weapon of the spiritual mature. David proves twice by sparing Saul. Decisions made in fear, like living in the Philistine land, don't cancel God's plan, but challenge our faith. So, ladies and gentlemen, it will not be an easy journey, but if you hold on, you are going to make it. You are going to succeed. Never surrender, even if it is hard. Keep moving forward. May God bless you as you dive into today's Bible study, and may you have a great Wednesday together with your family. Bye-bye.